Love. Who doesn't love it? Who doesn't love love? Everyone's seeking it. Everyone's doing their best to find the true meaning of the word. Is it companionship? Is it loyalty? Is it trust? Forever and ever. Is it all those things? Or is it a lie cooked up by Big Valentine in order to sell more Valentine's Day chocolate?
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore?
Fuck women anyways, dude. It's not even about women. Women are secondary.
I rarely ever see attractive men out anywhere.
Can we get 100 women versus accountability? Holy.
What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women?
They want to hook up with every heartbeat on the block, or they'll lead you on and then say they don't want a relationship.
Yeah, it's a war zone out here. Dating fucking sucks, okay? It's the worst. And the reasons for why it sucks are as wide as the ocean. It's the fault of dating apps, which make connections the same way that Arby's makes food. It's the fault of your parents, who didn't exactly provide a great blueprint for a healthy relationship. But also, according to social media, it's the fault of every member of whatever gender it is that you're attracted to. You can't find love because the 50% of this planet that you're attracted to are fundamentally wrong. That's it. They're wrong. Oh, but Mark, I don't fit into the gender binary. Well, then congratulations, okay? You get to blame everybody. You get to blame 100% of the world's population about why you're single. No need to brag about it. But that's actually why I feel uniquely qualified to speak on the modern dating situation. Because I'm in a loving relationship myself? No, don't be ridiculous. Do you think people in functioning relationships can dedicate this much time to trying to be funny? Yeah, I've been in a 6-month-long toxic situationship, alright, with the algorithm. And my god, is she a gaslighter. But while lasting love continues to elude me, I have dated both men and women. And so I'm in the best position to tell you all that it's not the men who are the problem. It's not the women who are the problem. It's everybody. Everybody is miserable. Everybody's ghosting. Everybody's doing 2 months max on Hinge before going, well, maybe my ex wasn't so bad. I mean, all they did was cheat on me 3 times and slash the tires of my car. But I can get new tires. What I can't do is go on another mind-numbing, soul-crushing first date where we talk about literally nothing over 2 of the worst espresso martinis I've ever had in my life. It's a universal experience, trust me. Dating is hard, okay? You're trying to find your soulmate. Maybe it's gotten harder, but it was never gonna be easy. So with that in mind, we're gonna take a look at some of the battles of the gender war. Now I'm gonna do 1 woman, 1 man, so we can try and keep things balanced. Oh, and also, if you are in love, maybe you've been happily married for 3 to 4 years. Maybe you've been dating your high school sweetheart for 8 years. Do us all a favor and f*** off. Do not be that guy or girl who kills the vibe of the function with your unproblematic, deeply passionate relationship. This is the internet. We're not looking for advice. We're looking to be angry. Sometimes together, sometimes at each other, but we are never, ever looking to be happy.
The #1 test she must pass before you make her your girlfriend. You must ask yourself, has she done 5 acts of kindness for you without you having to ask for it?
Okay, good, yeah, let's ease into this. Right out of the gate, sir, please put on a shirt. You're allowed to be a whore on the internet. I mean, that's actually the niche that I'm trying to fill. But I would appreciate it if your boobs weren't staring at me while you fart out of your mouth over this Vietnamese spa music.
I'll say it again. Has she, not 10 things, has she filled 1 hand?
Okay, so she needs to do 5 acts of kindness before we date, but not 10. If you want 10, your expectations are too high, bro. But if she did 4 acts of kindness, she's not the one. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna work out. Oh my god, what? Why? Well, remember when you bought me flowers, washed my car, mowed my lawn, and retiled my bathroom? Yeah, of course. You needed to do 1 more thing. I'm sorry, but that was only 4 acts of kindness. I'm confused. It's okay. It's okay. Also, I'm f***ing your brother.
But like, I rarely ever see attractive men out anywhere. Not that I even go out that much at night, but when I do, I never see any. But I see pretty girls everywhere. Beautiful girls everywhere, every day. I'll see pretty girls.
Well, this is a new one. I don't have a boyfriend because all the men are chopped now. Okay, so now this is interesting. Okay, f*** that last guy. This is what I'm here for. What do you mean there are no attractive men anymore? By definition, the average man is as attractive as the average woman. That's how averages work. My usual response to this would be go outside and touch grass, but you're already outside. And I'm not gonna say lower your standards. I just would like to know what your standards are.
You know this gender war? It's actually because men listened. Women are like, men need to go to therapy because men don't understand, blah, blah, blah. And us men who went to therapy realized something. Women have been going to therapy only to learn how to better manipulate people.
So women went to therapy and learned how to manipulate and gaslight men. And then the men went to therapy and learned that that's what they're learning at therapy. Got it. Now look, I've never been to therapy. Maybe you can tell, I don't know. But I don't think therapy is a crash course in manipulating and gaslighting. I'm pretty sure the point of therapy is to help you work out what the problems are. Maybe this guy was the, victim in his relationship. I don't know. None of us were there. What I do know is that he has way too much gray on that beard to be sitting in an F-150 filming a TikTok about how women secretly went to male manipulation school.
There are just not enough attractive men out there, and there are so many hot women.
Dude, how many of these are there? How bad is this male attractiveness epidemic? Listen, guys, you're allowed to be lesbian. As a matter of fact, the lesbians are always in need of more lesbians. I mean, do you know how many eligible lesbians there are in Carmel, Indiana? No, neither do I, so, I'm sure they can handle one more. Whenever I see beautiful girls claim they like ugly guys, I can't help but think of that tweet that says, "Y'all allow men to be something that I never allow you to be. Ugly and loved." 1.1 million likes on that. Holy when did everyone become so miserable? Hey, hey. Youth Pastor Marc here. Why don't we all just love each other for who we are? Why don't we all just take a step back and breathe? This is such a non-issue to anyone who doesn't spend 14 hours a day on their phone. But again, perhaps there are too many women out there dating Quasimodo. I don't know.
You got a girlfriend, right? Bro, I might actually never. What do you mean never? That sounds depressing. It's peaceful. I've reached this weird level of contentment, which feels borderline suspicious. Suspicious how? I'm so emotionally stable, it feels like I'm doing something illegal. No stress, no arguments, just me and my sushi.
Well, then enjoy your sushi in silence, bro. And as a matter of fact, just stay silent, period. I swear to God, there's nobody louder on social media than someone proudly announcing that they're done dating. Okay, cool, good for you. Dating is hard, I know. It's gotten harder, I know. If you want to be single, enjoy. Literally nobody cares. And definitely, I'm glad that this is just something that the men are talking about.
That we need to stay single, or we are going to be chronically disappointed by these men. Men are used to being able to cheat. They're used to being able to lie. They're used to be able to assert their dominance on us. That's becoming less and less of the case. So until they catch up.
Here's what we can do, okay? And this is my proposal. Let's get all the men together who think all the women have become undateable, and all the women together who think all the men have become undateable, and let's start matchmaking, okay? You guys already have something in common, which is a general state of inexplicable misery. Her plan, if I understand correctly, is to stay single for as long as it takes for men to catch up. Well, here's a crazy thought. Why don't you try dating men who are with the times? Do you really think there is nobody out there for you, guys? Really? All these guys, too, complaining how they can't find a woman who's gonna be their trad waifu and stroke their hair to the national anthem while baking them cookies. Go out there and find her, dude. There's people are into everything. Just go find the person who's into the same thing that you are. If you want to go play 1950s house, I'm sure there's somebody out there for you. Ask women out on dates. No. Go to church and meet a religious girl. No. Get a hobby where you can meet new women. No. Ask your friends if they know any single women. No. So you're going to stay single for your whole life and not even try to get into a relationship? Yes. Well, go off, King. You have the vibe of someone who open carries at a Chuck E. Cheese, so I'm totally fine with you not reproducing. Everyone on social media's solution to being single is to just completely quit dating altogether and stay single forever. And that's fine, but the vast majority of people do want a relationship. Yeah, man, I want on 3, or 4, or 47 dates. But I'm not going to become a monk.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort? I just wonder when it shifted, because I feel like that is the whole downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone now. Because men just don't care anymore.
This is another big one, which is that men don't chase anymore. Always being compared to some past, undefined time, which these 23-year-olds have never experienced. In the 1980s, all the men were more attractive and knew how to pursue, says the person born in 2002. I get it. Listen, I get it. Social media is a plague, dating apps are a plague, but that can't be the fault of 50% of the world's population. Everyone's lonely. Everyone's looking for love. So saying it's hard to find someone because men don't care anymore feels like an oversimplification. This idea that you used to just walk to the bar, within 15 minutes some guy's gonna come up to you, propose, buy your first house for $300, 2 kids by age 25, like that's just not real. Stop comparing your situation to that of your boomer parents. Your parents actually had to know how to read a map and could write a love letter without the help of ChatGPT. And again, I agree, it's hard to find lasting commitment out here. Everyone thinks they have unlimited options now, but this is a problem everyone is having. I promise. But man or woman, if your plan to navigate the hellscape of modern dating is to complain on TikTok about one entire gender, you're not gonna have an easier time dating.
Stop dating only one girl at a time. You're dating one girl at a time, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time. You date more women at once, then that's gonna make it faster to find the right woman. Women are secretly dating more than one man at a time too.
Actually, this is good advice if you want to stay single forever. This is the exact problem. You're looking at dating like it's a menu or a buffet, when really it's about making the one dish that you can never live without. When your parents went on a date, there was nobody else, I would hope. You know, they went home, he called her up. They could only think about each other. There was no IG. There was no swiping for the next best option. You want to be a scumbag? You can do that. That's not a crime. But good luck finding the love of your life when you need to keep a spreadsheet of all the people you're f***ing around on. Men are so hot. I wish they were good people. Well, hey, at least she likes men. All right, hey, we're heading in the right direction. Again, can we just let the insane generalizing chill for a second? If every man you meet is a piece of shit, that might be on you, I'm not gonna lie. Statistically speaking, not all men can be horrible humans, okay? I'm gonna say 53%. Yeah, 53. That sounds like a good number. I'm just pulling that out of nowhere. But seriously, if everyone you date is somehow the problem, maybe you need to look inward. It's like my mother told me, you get fooled once, shame on them. You get fooled 19 times, and you need to stop dating DJs.
So what do you do in your free time then?
Well, me and my girls usually just go out. We go downtown and drink and we bar hop. We just have fun. We just go out and dance.
No, that's cool. Yeah, that's... What about like when your friends aren't around, like it's just you? What do you like to do like as a hobby for fun to kind of pass time?
Hobbies? No, I normally just wait for my friends to be free.
Okay.
Are we doing women have no hobbies now? Is this like a sequel to Women Aren't Funny? I went on a date and she wasn't interesting. Cool, bro. Go on another date. How is this a society-wide issue? How did you even get to the first date if you felt like there was nothing going on in her life? As a matter of fact, what do you have going on in your life, sir? Fortnite is not a hobby, okay, bro? Unless you're as good as me, then it counts as a hobby. And also anyway, what are your hobbies is a terrible date question. And I'm not saying I'm the Rizzler, but I don't like that question either. Even people who have genuinely interesting hobbies, they tend to not think they're interesting, or they don't even think of them as hobbies. Maybe, instead of complaining on TikTok about how women can't answer your questions, why don't you come up with better questions?
So I'm on a date right now, and have men just lost the ability to ask questions? Is going on? Like, why do men have the full inability to not ask women questions about themselves?
Well, wait a minute, ma'am. Wait a minute. I have the guy for you. I have a guy who's gonna ask you all the best questions, including what are your hobbies? Why don't we put y'all together? Because again, I don't understand what the point of this TikTok is. You're on a date, he sucks at asking questions. Great, end the date and move on. Why are you fixing your makeup in the bathroom recording this? Girl, leave. Go, rizz up the bartender or something. I don't know. Men don't ask questions anymore. No, that particular man doesn't ask questions. Some people are just not interesting. Sorry. I've been on dates, again and again, with men and women, where I have been in the literal 8th circle of hell, pulling teeth to try and get more than a one-sentence response. So, have you, seen the new Love Island? Oh, I love islands. Great. What's your favorite island that you've been to? Maybe like Florida? Right. So, what do you think happens after we die? Well, I think we die. Cool. Well, I'm late for my lobotomy. So why don't I grab this check?
A man will open up one time in his life, one time only more than likely. A lot of women say, why doesn't my man want to open up to me? Why doesn't he tell me what he's going through, what's on his mind? It's because he's been there before. I've been there, most other men have been there. You tell a woman everything on your mind. You tell them what you're going through, how you're feeling. They turn around and step on that shit.
Right, which happens, dude. You're in a relationship, your partner does you dirty. no need to be a little bitch about it. We are too young to be this jaded, folks. Like, seriously, what is this? Bro, I told her that I'm still not over the Club Penguin servers shutting down, and she broke my heart, man. Relax, bro. You're gonna make it. I promise. Stop aura farming outside of a middle school, or whatever you're doing here, and get back out there, champ. We're in an age now where people are not even bringing their own past trauma into the next relationship. They're bringing the trauma of other people from the internet into their relationship. I'm sorry, babe. I can't open up to you because the guy on TikTok, dressed like he's in a Nike commercial, said that you're gonna betray me.
Unfortunately, growing up is realizing that if you're dating after 25, you either have to choose between a man with a good face or a man who is tall.
Okay, but what about a guy who's average height, with an average face, and around 63,000 subscribers on YouTube? Women will deflect, divert, and dodge accountability. It's easier for them to play victim than it is to own up to their mistakes. Well, I support that. I don't want to date someone who owns up to their mistakes, because I sure as f*** won't. Accountability is for losers, okay? Normalize pretending everything's fine until we're in divorce court arguing over who gets to keep the labubu's. And again, this is just implying that all men are emotionally balanced sages who always own up to their mistakes. Yeah, sure, buddy, because when I turn on the news, it's just wall-to-wall male accountability.
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home?
You know what? I'm gonna let this one slide. Speak your truth, sister. Let's go back to that other asshole. Avoid dating party girls, damaged women, 30-plus-year-old women, women with mental illnesses, women who've cheated in the past. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I would say 4 of those are positive. At least 3, but probably 4. In any event, keep mewing, my guy. You're almost at Matt Rife level jaw. But I do think you're a little too old for that broccoli cut.
If you want me working my ass off so I can give myself the life that I fucking want, which is my right as a human being to want whatever life that I want, I'm not going to be feeling girly pop girl. I'm not going to be feeling all feminine, like willing to drop whatever I'm doing to come see or come go to dinner with you or whatever. Whatever you say doesn't go, bitch. All right? I'll be there when I get there. I'm not going to be present when I'm with you. I'm going to be thinking about work. And honestly, the more that I work and the more that I focus on working, I'm just not interested in dating.
I don't know, dude. I've just never met someone who thinks like this in my life. Maybe this is just millennial talk, okay? Maybe I'm just not old enough to understand it. But like, do whatever you want. If you're willing to let your dating life suffer in order to prioritize work, cool. A lot of people do that. Capitalism sucks. I agree. It sucks for everyone. But if you do want to date, then like, yeah, you have to make time for that. How are you going to get into a relationship if your attitude towards it is that it's a waste of time? I'm sure there are millions of eligible men who are fine with you working, who prefer it. I don't want someone who's gonna rely on me. I don't even trust myself to keep a goldfish alive right now. There's someone out there for everyone, okay? I truly believe that in my heart of hearts. So in conclusion, as always, stop going on social media. This isn't real. This isn't dating. You know why it seems like no one on TikTok is in a loving relationship? It's because people who are in loving relationships aren't on TikTok complaining about half of all people. Once again, everybody just chill. Go outside. Maybe your soulmate is in the park, feeding the pigeons. Maybe your soulmate is in the park, eating the pigeons. I don't know. I'm not judging what you're into. Unless you're into DJs, of course, in which case, everybody's judging you.